Hello, everyone. It's Kirkland Hamill. I'm coming to you from my kitchen, looking towards my bookshelf in Baltimore, Maryland. I am the author of Filthy Beasts, a memoir that's coming out July 14th of 2020. And I'm hoping to record this video before my hair turns from what is Justin Bieber right after I wash it to Florence Henderson later as it dries. So let's get the show on the road. All right, so here we go. Starting from the bottom and heading up. There are a couple of books by my friend Beth Macy, Factory Man, her first bestseller. She's not only an amazing writer, but a wonderful person. Richard Russo, that's his memoir. I think Empire Falls is probably one of my favorite novels of all time. I don't have that here, but I wanted to mention him. Oh, The Sense of an Ending by Julian Barnes. I have no sense of the beginning or the ending of that book, but I'm sure it's a familiar feeling just to know you look at it and know that you loved it and can't remember a thing about it. A few others here. Jonathan Franzen. I wonder if that's the book where he was invited onto Oprah's book club and he said no. Sassy. Jonathan Franzen, Oprah, if you're watching, I would never say no. Please give me a call. There's some decorative books. King Albert's book. I'm actually curious to see what's in that now. Maybe I'll give that a shot when we're done. Of course, next to Savage Grace, which is I think this pulpy family murder thing made into a movie with Julianne Moore. I think that's her right there. What else do we have? Less. That's a really beautiful, quietly impactful, funny book. Pulitzer Prize winner. Highly recommend that. The Reader. That was a gut punch. A Holocaust story. All right, I pulled a few of these out. Let's see. Letters of the Empress Frederick. I'm sure that's a page turner. Have not tried that one yet, but these are, again, our decorative books. Cormac McCarthy, The Road. I wasn't a huge fan of his earlier books, but this one just, I thought, was the most spare, beautifully written thing I had ever read. Tinkers, again, one of those books that I loved and I have this really fond feeling about, and I can't tell you anything about it. David Sedaris, he should just win all the awards for that title alone. Fun little story. I as an aspiring writer, queried David Sedaris' agent and said something along the lines of, my book is as funny as David Sedaris, and he wrote back almost immediately, and his first line was, no, it isn't, which is totally true because nobody's as funny as David Sedaris. Glass Castle, she was sort of a game changer for memoirs, obviously. This is a book I'm reading right now, All the King's Men. I got this at my local bookstore just down the road here in Baltimore. My bookseller there, Emma, suggested that, and I love it. It's really it's written by a poet, and I love any novels written by poets because, he can go on for 4 or 5 pages about boiling an egg, and, you just hope the egg never boils because it's so beautifully written. What do we have here? Oh, Pat Conroy. Again, that isn't my favorite of his books, but I did not have Prince of Tides, which changed my life when I read it at 18. He's another huge influence on me. Obviously, Mary Carr, a wonderful memoirist. What's that? What Should I Do with My Life by Poe Bronson. Well, Poe, looks like I've figured it out, so good for me. Let's see. What do we have here? These Wonderful Women, Becoming by Michelle Obama. I know a lot of you have read that. I read it because I was fascinated to hear the story of her life. Tina Fey, I just think is the funniest woman alive. Loved the book. Binge watched 30 Rock over and over again until my husband told me I had to stop. I eventually did. I got some help and I stopped. Hillary Rodham Clinton, I Love You, What Happened. I know we all cried over that book and more. huge fan of Hillary Rodham Clinton, probably the woman I admire most in the world. The Book Thief. This is probably my favorite book. It's a young adult book, which I didn't know until 2 years after I read it. Not the least bit ashamed to say. As an old adult, it's still my favorite. I just remember getting to the end of it and the tears were coming so fast and so furiously that I couldn't move them out of the way fast enough to read what was on the page, which really pissed me off because I was just dying to find out what happened. And I was just so incredibly moved and continue to be moved by that book. Mark Halperin. Again, this isn't my favorite of his books, but I didn't have Soldier of the Great War, which I read in my 20s, I think, and just thought it was the most beautiful story and epic tale about World War I that I'd ever read. Let's see. We have the Memoirs of Napoleon. Hopefully he and I don't have anything in common. I am 6'5", so there's one significant difference. Let's see here. Vintage Cocktails. I think that was a gift. Comes in very handy in these times. Good to Great. I had to get that for work. Let's see. Oh, here's another amazing memoir. You'll see my dog ate it. That's not a critique of the book. It was a fantastic book. So good. He ate it in one sitting. All right, we've been there before. Oh, there's Filthy Beast by Kirkland Hamill up there. And, some pop psychology stuff. Jerk. No idea what that is. And then some old, what do you call those things? Old yearbooks from my husband and me. And there you have it. There's my bookshelf. And there's my dog Blue. Not the least bit interested in what we're doing. Blue. There you have it. We're finishing right before I move into a full Carol Brady Bob. In closing, I just want to encourage you, if you are looking for a book, please check with your local bookseller first. I know they're closed, but a lot of them are doing delivery or curbside pickup. Follow me, please, on Instagram at Kirkland Hamill. That's Kirkland like the Costco collection and Hamill like Luke Skywalker. And thank you for spending a little bit of time with me on this rainy Thursday in Baltimore. And stay safe. Thank you.